Divorce journey. This time I would like to focus on pre-divorce questions and worries. And many people must go through this phase because it is really a tremendous change. It's many times irreversible. And this change will form a chain reaction of many other changes that you can never predict or imagine beforehand. And there are worries, there are concerns that are legitimate, that they should be there, because we are responsible parents and we're also responsible for ourselves. So there are worries. There are many benefits and advantages of staying married and staying with the family intact. And there is no guarantee that if you divorce, things will get better, especially not immediately. It will take you a year, 2 years, 3 years to rebalance, to find your new path as divorced person. It's not going to be easy. Yet the big question is, how do you see yourself with the same person, stay married for the next years? Now, it's a really, really tough call. It's a really tough decision. There are times in which we must make a decision between two challenging decisions. There is no guarantee, there should not be guarantee. But are you concerned about the way you handle your relationship right now? Are you concerned about what your children learn and internalize as far as how dad and mom relate to each other? Do you concern about the impact on their growth if you stay together? And still, it is your decision, and still there is no guarantee. There are questions. There is frustration of something that doesn't work, and usually responsible couples try to go to counseling and try to accommodate, try to be flexible, and still they feel that it doesn't work. They are frustrated. They are more or less feeling that they are in the middle of their life and their life doesn't go in the right path for them in this relationship, and still it is frightening. So, is it safe to say that divorce is a kind of a risk? Yes, of course, it is a risk. Now, depending on your philosophy, on your values, on the way you weigh things, depending on this, you should make your decision. And yes, there are worries. There is lots of uncertainty in divorcing. There are people that may say that it's not a good idea. There may be friends of yours that divorced and they are in bad condition. Is it wise to get divorced? Not always. Is it wise to stay married? Not always. There is a reason for the fact that more or less 50% of the marriages ends up in a divorce after 10, 15, 20 years. People change. The way we are when we get together changes after 10, 15 years. We are different. We have other values. We have other goals now. Something inside us wants to grow into a specific route, and it doesn't work well with the person we live with. It doesn't work well anymore. There is a voice inside us that doesn't agree anymore with this deal. And yet, what's going to be about the children? Who's going to take care of me? What's going to be with the money? How will we communicate? And we will need to communicate for the sake of the children, and now we cannot communicate safely. What's going to be there? Lots of questions without definite answer. Will I realize after a year or two that I made a mistake? You may, and you may not. You will have to get the assistance of your intuition. You will have to rely on your heart, because there is no guarantee, like there is never a guarantee in other places in life. But here you need to make a major decision. And in this major decision, this crossroad, there are two main avenues. The risk of staying married, the risk of divorce. Now, which risk are you willing to take more? This is the question that you need to ask yourself. And I would like to warn you, do not consult with too many people. Many people, many advisors, lots of confusion, less confidence. You're going to need to consult with your heart. This heart will be there for you later to work with the change that you decided to take, or to work with staying in the family and trying to restore the relationships again. I can tell you, after about 4 years in this divorce journey, it's not easy to be here, but there are so many rewards here. You have new chances to meet your true voice. Yes, you will deal with loneliness. You will deal with changes with your ability to be a parent. You will deal later with all these datings of this age that is very bizarre, not confusing. You may deal with financial challenges, yes. But there is a chance that you will be able to connect practically with this inner voice that is now shouting, let me out of here. And only later, in a year or two, this voice will show you a new way for a better life, in which your heart celebrates the right way to love and the right way to be a parent. There is a chance that this is there in your future, but it's not going to be easy. This is why I established here the divorce journey, because it's not easy. It wasn't easy to be married. Let's not forget this, okay? Work with your heart. Talk to your heart. Practice self-love as much as you can. Try to continue walking this life also with your eyes closed, and let your heart guide you. There are times that we must take some uneasy decisions, and there is no guarantee. There is no logical plan for this. It is a journey. But for those people who walk this journey and invest in self-loving, in their creativity, in their love for their children, in their love for life, eventually they find the reason why they did it and how it made them grow into better persons. So I know I do give you the advice that if you have tried many times to preserve the marriage, get divorced. But still, it is your decision to make. And it's okay to decide not to divorce. Every decision that you take is your decision, and it's okay. You can do things later after this decision. You can evaluate things after a year or two, and there are people who get divorced and then get back, So One thing I want to say to end this video, that if you do get divorced, it may be hard, it's kind of death, but there is a life after that, and you will not be alone. Here in the divorce journey, in other places, you will find new avenues to explore your personality, to explore your options, to explore your life, and even to celebrate your life. So good luck with your next major decision.